What's good, YouTube? It's your boy D-Rip. Hey, today we got another special video. Today we're gonna be reacting to 20 times WWE showed things that they were not supposed to show us. Things that we weren't supposed to see. First time coming to our channel, make sure y'all gonna hit that thumbs up. Make sure y'all subscribe because we almost at 4K and I won't be able to hit that 4K without you. And I would really appreciate it if you just subscribe and help your boy get to 4K. Don't expect and wait for the next person to do it. You can do it. Like, come on, bro. Like, real talk, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I can guarantee you this is not the first video you've ever seen of me, and I can definitely guarantee after this video, this won't be the last. So look, just do me a favor, scroll down, press the subscribe button, and also like the video for your boy. Show me like this kind of content, because your boy got a lot of plans, and I won't be able to get to those plans without y'all helping me get these little milestones. I gotta get these little milestones first before I can get to the ultimate plan. If you watch some of my older videos, you already know what plan I'm talking about at the 1 mil, but 1 mil is a long way, so we gotta get 4K first, all right? Then 5K on up, and then eventually a mil. But we gotta get all these other ones first. But hey, if you got any other videos you want me to react to in particular, let me know down below in the comments. But without further ado, let's get into this video.
TV, anything can happen, but not all of it is supposed to. Over the years, WWE has accidentally shown us things they did not want us to see. Like revealing how Jeff Hardy actually does his stunts. In 2008, Hardy fought Umaga in a Falls Count Anywhere match. The two battled all over the arena and ended up outside. To end the match, Hardy knocked Umaga off the side of a WWE production truck. Then, Jeff joined him by hitting a swanton bomb. We didn't actually see the wrestlers hit the ground, and there's a good reason for that. After the action was over, the camera moved closer to get the aftermath. However, they got a bit too close, and the crash pad that Jeff and Umaga landed on could be seen just a few feet away from them. However, it might be the referee's fault. The ref raises his arm to tell the camera crew that the crash pad has been moved. There's one more crazy Jeff Hardy stunt that WWE accidentally exposed.
Hold on, bro. How did he get the... Wait, who moved the pad, first of all? Who moved the pad? Or did they jump there and crawl over there? Like, how did it work? I'm actually curious. Like, somebody was like laying on the ground and they was like pulling it. Like, I know that mess was heavy trying to do that. How did they move it? Or did they have it on a chain? And how do you drag that big pad without making noise? Because it's on concrete. Hold on, bro.
Reason for that. After the action was over, we didn't actually see the wrestlers hit the production truck. Then, Jeff joined him by hitting a swanton bomb. We didn't actually see the wrestlers hit the ground, and there's a good reason for that. After the action was over, the camera moved closer to get the aftermath. However, they got a bit too close, and the crash pad that Jeff and Umaga landed on could be seen just a few feet away from them. However, it might be the referee's fault. The ref raises his arm to tell the camera crew that the crash pad has been moved. There's one more crazy Jeff Hardy stunt that WWE accidentally...
Jeff is the greatest hot flyer of all time. I don't care. He's my favorite wrestler ever. And y'all already know how I feel about him when he messes up. Y'all already know. I already tagged him a couple videos ago. I'm not going to do it in this one. Because I love Jeff. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. Favorite wrestler of all time. I didn't say he was the best. I said he was my favorite wrestler of all time. Because of stuff like this, you know? A lot of people don't have the heart, the guts to do these kind of things. And he does. And it made me, you know, want to be one of those kind of wrestlers if I was a wrestler.
Exposed, which I'll show you.
I definitely will be a hot flyer.
First, I have to apologize for this next clip. Classic rivals The Miz and Dolph Ziggler fought each other in a beat the clock match on Raw in 2013. Both men wanted to win the match as fast as they could, but they went a bit too quick. The A-lister rolled up Ziggler, but ended up revealing too much of Dolph.
Oh!
I apologize for that. But this isn't the only wardrobe malfunction WWE has accidentally shown, but you probably won't hate this next one. During a women's tag team match, Rosa Mendes teamed up with Natalia, but you probably won't hate this next one. During a women's tag team match, Rosa Mendes teamed up with Natalia against Summer Rae.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad Main Event doesn't come on live TV anymore. And if it does, I don't hear about it. So I'm glad this doesn't happen anymore because, one, to me, all of these women right here, hold on,
and Layla. Rosa was trying to get back into...
All of these 4 women to me are trash. Like, they suck. They're not good in my eyes. Natalia's not good. Natalia now is a lot better, but I still don't like her style. I don't like her. I don't like the way she wrestles. I just don't think she's very good. She's gotten a lot better though, so I'll give her credit there. but I still don't like her. I still don't think she's a good wrestler. And these other three,
to the ring when Layla grabbed her
a
little too hard. That's an image none of those fans will ever forget. Now,
I remember that
wardrobe malfunction, accidentally revealing that WWE isn't real. In 2012, John Cena was in a feud with Kane. The Devil's Favorite Demon had targeted Cena's friend Zack Ryder and Ryder's girlfriend Eve Torres. On an episode of Raw, Kane kidnapped Eve and locked her inside an ambulance. However, during the live broadcast, the camera cut too early and we saw Kane stand by the ambulance with Eve calmly walking into position. You can even see a production.
Oh my gosh. We talked about this, what, 2 videos ago? Literally, like, not that long ago. We literally just talked about this a couple videos ago. Why don't they tell them, like, hey, 3, 2, 1, it's coming to you? Why don't they do that? I literally just reacted to a video of stuff like this. I don't understand why WWE doesn't tell people that the camera is about to change. It's not hard. It's not hard to tell them, camera 2, coming to you in 3, 2. It's not hard to do that, bruh. Especially the people that's in the truck looking at all the cameras. But hold on. They're not ready yet. Something.
Member telling Kane to start closing the door.
He poked them with the thing.
At least Kane and Eve had a good excuse for why they weren't in character. Sasha Banks did not. The goal of wrestling is to make it look like the wrestlers are actually fighting one another. That goal was not accomplished during the 2018 Women's Royal Rumble match. Sasha Banks was fighting Lita, but instead of kicking her opponent, the boss decided to kick the air around Lita. To make it even worse, Lita reacted like the first kick actually hit her. Maybe it was the camera crew's fault for not switching to a different angle. It wouldn't be the first time they showed something they really shouldn't have. At Clash at the Castle in 2022, WWE was showing close-up shots of video fans. However, one fan was wearing a shirt that said, "Better dad than Chris Benoit."
I remember seeing this. That is OD. I used to love Chris Benoit as a wrestler. I hate what he did, but I thought he was a really good wrestler. He used to be one of my favorites growing up.
Chris Benoit was the WWE wrestler who murdered his wife and son and killed himself, and WWE does their best never to mention his name. It's not surprising that WWE removed this shot from all replays of the show. WWE also erased this next clip from history, but this one is actually pretty funny. The Undertaker's entrance is one of a kind, but his entrance at WrestleMania 31 was something special. Fans hadn't seen the dead man since he was defeated by Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30. Finally, almost an entire year later, fans heard that unforgettable bell sound. Smoke filled the stage, and out came Dave the Tech Guy. Now that's an example of how to get fired from WWE.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gone. He packed up.
To get kicked out of a WWE show. Ryback was always saying feed me more, and one fan took it a bit too seriously. The big guy was wrestling The Miz on Raw, when all of a sudden, a fan jumped into the ring to get a piece of the action. The WWE camera crew did their best not to show the intruder, but he still managed to make it on TV. 2 wrestlers also made it on TV, and they quickly realized they weren't supposed to. At the fully loaded pay-per-view in 1999, The Rock lost a shot at the WWE Championship thanks to Billy Gunn interfering. The two then faced off at SummerSlam, and clearly didn't like each other. That's why it was shocking to see Rock and Gunn hanging out together backstage during the SummerSlam pre-show. As soon as The Rock saw the camera, he got out of there as quickly as possible.
Oh my gosh. He would have been better off just like zooming by the camera. He should have just walked by the camera like fast, bro. Like he should have just like speed walked past the camera instead of going back, making it so obvious.
As soon as The Rock saw the camera, he got out.
Look, he could have turned to that right. He would have made. I would have made that right. I ain't gonna lie, I would have made that right.
Up there so as quickly as possible. Something similar happened to The Rock's cousin, but the situation was much different. In 2017, Braun Strowman attacked Roman Reigns backstage. The beating was so bad that Roman had to be taken away in an ambulance. However, Braun had other plans and decided to flip the vehicle on its side.
Is this when they got the they had something under the tires apparently to make it easier for Braun Strowman to flip. But let's see if that's what he's talking about in this video.
This would have been devastating if
you can see the people walking behind him.
The camera hadn't caught Roman Reigns' shadow as the big dog escaped from the vehicle.
I didn't know that was Roman. I thought that was just it flipping over. I thought that was a cameraman or somebody like doing something. I did not know that was Roman. Yo.
Devastating if the camera.
Why did he walk? I would have just jumped out.
I haven't caught Roman Reigns' shadow as the big dog escaped from the vehicle. That one wasn't too hard to catch. But watch this next clip and see if you notice what.
I didn't notice that when it happened live.
I'll tell you whose fault it is. Roman Reigns.
Did you catch it? In order for Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho to see Roman Reigns at the same time, Y2J raised his eyebrows to give KO the cue. That's pretty sneaky, but not at the time. Y2J raised his eyebrows to give KO the cue.
I didn't even... Okay, I didn't notice that either. But how else was they supposed to do it at the same time? That's actually smart.
Chris Jericho to see Roman Reigns at the same time, Y2J raised his eyebrows to give KO the cue. That's pretty sneaky, but not as
actually smart though.
Sneaky as this WWE referee. Just like any TV show, WWE needs to keep its shows on time. It's tricky to do when you have thousands of fans watching, so WWE has some subtle ways of communicating with the wrestlers. During the closing moments of the 2008 Royal Rumble match, it came down to Batista, Triple H, and John Cena. However, they needed to wrap up the show soon, so the referee gave a hand signal to tell the guys how much time they had left, which was 10 minutes. That was pretty low-key, but you could only miss this next trick if you weren't looking. Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt were having a physical match on Raw in 2018. But neither man would stay down for the 3 count. One of the reasons why was that they were secretly telling each other when to kick out. Bray had laid out Reigns and gone for the pin. However, the camera caught Roman touching Wyatt's boot to give his opponent the signal that he was kicking out. Now, maybe the camera...
Do they always... Hold on, they don't always do that. I've never noticed that with anybody. They always do that?
And it looked like neither man would stay down for the 3 count. One of the reasons why was that they were secretly telling each other when to kick out. Bray had laid out Reigns and gone for the pin. However, the camera caught Roman touching Wyatt's boot to give his...
I don't think that was a signal though. I think that was him just moving his arm up so he could kick out. That's what it looked like to me.
Opponent the signal that he was kicking out. Now, maybe the cameraman was the one to blame here, but this next mistake was entirely Randy Orton's fault. During the main event of SmackDown, Randy Orton fought his old rival, Rey Mysterio. The Viper was vicious and started ripping Rey's mask in half. Orton ended up winning the match, but that wasn't enough for him. The Apex Predator put Mysterio's head in a chair and slammed him into the ring post. However, Rey's mask slipped off and his face was exposed. This was not meant to happen, and WWE's production crew quickly made sure to cover the now unmasked luchador. WWE also really should have covered Stephanie McMahon's hand in this next clip. During a segment on Raw in 2013, Stephanie was in the ring with The Big Show and Miz. WWE tried to hide it from us, but they couldn't. On Stephanie's hand, she had notes written on her palm.
The Rock did the same thing.
To remind her what to say. To Stephanie's defense, wrestling talent has done this before. Even The Rock was caught
he did the same thing
when he returned in 2012. The Rock was also caught on live TV breaking character. At the final pay-per-view in 1998, Rock Bottom, The Rock and Mankind fought for the WWE Championship. Before the match, Vince McMahon was visiting Mankind in Mankind's, quote, office. A little later, McMahon said goodbye to Mankind and left. However, Mankind somehow teleported and was in the hallway and having a friendly chat with his enemy, The Rock. Well, that was bad. What was worse was when
What? Was that... That was obviously like pre-recorded of him sitting in there. That's obviously pre-recorded.
Mankind in Mankind's, quote, office. A little later, McMahon...
Right there is when they cut it. They cut it right there. They just probably reshot Vince closing the door and then he was walking down the hallway. And then they seen, wow. I don't know who's the editor for WWE, but like, I know they went through a lot of them.
Said goodbye to Mankind and left. However, Mankind somehow teleported and was in the hallway and having a friendly chat with his enemy, The Rock. Well, that was bad. What was worse was when WWE exposed the secret of an entire match type. Despite what WWE claims, the steel ladders we see them use are not actually made out of steel. They are made out of wood and painted silver, and WWE proved it themselves at the 2009 TLC pay-per-view. During a match between Christian and Shelton Benjamin, Captain Charisma gave his opponent a frog splash through a ladder. Before Christian went through it, the camera showed exactly where the ladder had been cut in half so that it would break when the instant classic hit. Also, after Christian landed, you could clearly see the wood the ladder was made of.
Vince, you sneaky little weasel. I knew something looked funny every time I seen one of them ladders break. And now it all makes sense to me. Like, I was wondering, how were these ladders doing this every time? But it sounds like metal. I'm sure the steps are probably metal. But Vince, you sneaky little weasel. How did you even come up with this idea, for one? I knew it looked weird every single time I've seen these ladders break. Is every ladder made out of wood, or only the ladders that are gonna be used to break? Because when they be hitting them together and they hit people, it sounds like straight metal. I think only the ones that are meant to break are the ones that are wood. And the rest we could definitely tell about a weight difference.
This next WWE secret was much easier to hide, but still ended up getting exposed. Back when he was being called the Big Dog, Roman Reigns would hit the ground, causing a bunch of pyro to go off. It looked pretty cool, but Reigns is still human. In order to protect the Big Dog's hand, WWE had a cushion for him to punch. The camera crew do their best to avoid showing this, but sometimes it slipped into the frame. Now, before I spoil that Jeff Hardy stunt, we need to watch something funny. In 2009, Jack Swagger won the ECW Championship and was getting pushed as a top star. A few weeks after the big win, Swagger was walking out with the title, looking like $1 million, when the belt fell from his waist.
He just dropped his championship off.
That thing heavy.
All right, remember when
heavy? That's why
Randy Orton off the Raw stage, and then climbed 30 feet and delivered a swanton bomb off the Raw.
See, this is why I like Jeff,
bro. It was a breathtaking moment. But even when WWE showed the replays, we never saw Jeff actually connect with Randy. However, in the Twist of Fate Hardy Boys DVD, WWE showed a clip from that stunt. While it's brief, you can see from this angle that Jeff Hardy actually landed next to Randy Orton and didn't hit him at all. While it was a bad angle, at least it wasn't embarrassing, unlike what happened to Stone Cold Steve Austin at SummerSlam.
Wow. Hey, if y'all got any other videos y'all want me to react to in particular, let me know down below in the comments. But without further ado, like this video, subscribe if you're new. It's your boy D-Rib, man. I'm out.